A very good evening to all of you. I hope all you are doing great. And today I'm not come with any scenario. Let's just have some journal talking. There's a thought in my mind and it won't let me sleep. The thought is that why the growth feels so slow and boring. Why sometimes we feel like this, even we are growing, even there's something I put a lot of effort into this thing. I'm growing, I'm getting some result or not. These are the thoughts that often came to my mind also. That is why I'm discussing it. Because a lot of time when I'm trying to do something, when I'm building a habit, maybe 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, that result that came is very slow and it feels so boring and it feels so, time taking. And I'm started questioning myself whether I'm doing right or not, whether I'm doing something right. Why won't I, you know, get the results? Why the result is not showing to me? And at this instance, when I read Bhagavad Gita last night, I came up with a slok that Krishna said to the Arjun that building a very big moment takes time. So if and we are talking about the character here. When the worldly thing, if you talk about a structure, it's a worldly thing. When it takes a lot of time to build, and if you talk about something more miraculous and something very beautiful, so it takes a lot of time. And onto the same analogy, if we're talking about ourselves, if we're talking about some habit, if we're talking about some personality trait, if we're talking about changing ourselves or changing some of our habits. So it also takes a lot of time. As I also discussed earlier in the video, that the process is boring. We have to repeat the same process again and again, again and again. And these questions, they are naturally came to our mind. Like even we are doing something right or not, even we have, because we didn't even get this result very soon. We didn't even for about like 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. We don't have to see any of the result. But after that, when the seed for an example, when we sow a seed into the ground, it birds up. And first what he did, he just starting to growing his root deep into the soil, making his root connection so strong so that it can hold the whole tree. And then after that, the most time taking process in the growing of a growth of a tree is, it's about the budding process. When it the buds open and he's starting to spread its root inside the deep into the soil. And the stronger the root is, the more stronger the plant is going to be, and for more longer period of time it's going to be there. So we have to understand this thing. And also, I'm also in this dilemma. Why wouldn't I get the results? Even I'm doing something wrong, or I'm just wasting my time. So I just read that quote, and I came up to this idea that, yeah, maybe now I'm not seeing this result, but there's a time when I'm going to see this result 100%. Because this is not something I'm doing wrong. Because in creating some habit, it takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of efforts. And these questions came to your mind normally. So just don't think about the result, because that's the most important outcome that we take from Gita. Like, don't think about the outcome. Always think about what you can do and how much you can do, how much differently, how much uniquely, and you can do, and how much effort you put into something. Because the result is always in the Lord's hand. The supreme Lord of Godhood says that, why you are so much of fixated onto the result? What if I not win? What if I win? This thing doesn't in your hand. What is in your hand is fighting in the war. And we all are, as a human being, we are fighting in our war. What is our war? Our war is our life. We are in constant fight with ourselves, with our mind, with our thoughts. Maybe we have some distractions, we have some bad habits that we have to improve on. So being as a human being, we are also always in a continuous conflict with our mind, and our mind is the greatest enemy. He is the thing that keep distraction with us, don't let us do the right thing, or don't let us be more productive. So we are onto the same analogy. If we take about an example of Arjun fighting on the Kurukshetra, we are also on the same analogy. But our Kurukshetra is our mind, and our warrior are we. But we don't get Krishna as Arjuna get. So and we what we get Bhagavad Gita. So that is why I last night I have this dilemma like why I'm doing this. Maybe I'm not doing something wrong. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Why I'm not getting the results? And I'm somewhat fixated about the result only, the aspect of result. But I'm not thinking about how much or what I put into the effort. The only thing that is in my hand is doing the karma, and I'm doing that. And I believe in the supreme personality of Godhead that if I'm doing something right, I'll be getting the results. Maybe I'm getting late because, as we all know, making something unique will needs time. It cannot make, cannot make in an instance. The early success is a illusion. Great things takes time to build. So this is just the normal conversation. It's not about this scenario based because I had this dilemma last night and I'll be thinking about this only like maybe I'm wasting my time, why I'm putting videos, why, what, even it's contributing in my growth or not. Because the on the first place, why I'm doing this because I want myself also grow. I also want that this thing that I'm doing can contribute to the overall personality development of mine. So this is the thing, and I'm very glad that I've read that code, and I understand now that the only thing that you have to put your 100% efforts and rest something and rest all the thing upon the Lord. The supreme personality of Godhood is a very humble being. Is a very humble, power. He'll always take care of his child, and that is all that I want to uh, take in this video. And thank you, and I was and until then, stay sharp and don't forget the motto that is growing 1% every day.